Welcome to Thrive Over 40, the podcast for busy moms navigating midlife changes who are ready to feel energized, balanced, and like themselves again. I'm Amanda Mitchell, Ayurvedic wellness mentor and coach, and I help busy women over 40 improve their wellness naturally through simple, sustainable lifestyle shifts that actually fit into your real life. From stress support and self care to holistic wellness, Ayurveda, nervous system support, and healthy habits for midlife women, this podcast is designed to help you feel better without overwhelm. If you're exhausted from trying complicated wellness routines and looking for realistic ways to support your body, mind, and hormones at home, you're in the right place. Around here, we focus on small intentional changes that create lasting transformation from the inside out. So grab your tea, get cozy, and let's thrive over 40 together. Hi, welcome back to Thrive Over 40. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're talking about something that has become a really popular topic lately online, and that's the idea of a dopamine menu. Now, if you've never heard of that term before, don't worry. We're going to break it down in a very simple way today. But what I love about this conversation is that underneath the trendy name is actually something really important for women in midlife, and that is this. So many women are exhausted, overstimulated, disconnected from joy, and running on empty. And we're doing all the things, taking care of everyone else, managing schedules, homes, work, relationships, responsibilities. And somewhere along the way, many women stop asking themselves, what actually makes me feel good? Not productive, not accomplished, not needed, but genuinely nourished. And that's where this conversation begins. So, first, what is dopamine? Dopamine is often called the feel good neurotransmitter, but it's really more connected to motivation, pleasure, reward, anticipation, and it's part of what helps us feel interested in life. But in today's world, many of us are constantly overstimulated by social media, notifications, all those constant dings on your phone. And I don't know about you, but I've turned mine on silent for the majority of the day. Multitasking, stress, scrolling at night when we're exhausted. And what can happen is the nervous system starts craving quick hits of stimulation while simultaneously feeling completely depleted. So we end up in this strange cycle where we're tired, but we can't rest. We're overstimulated, but undernourished, constantly consuming, but not truly replenishing ourselves. And for women over 40, this can feel even more intense because hormones and stress resilience are shifting too. So, the idea behind a dopamine menu is actually very simple. It's creating a list of small, supportive things that help your nervous system feel good in a healthy, sustainable way. So, not numbing, not escaping, and not endlessly scrolling, but genuinely supportive experiences that help you reconnect to yourself. And honestly, Ayurveda has been teaching this concept for a very long time. Ayurveda is deeply rooted in the idea that our senses affect our well being. What we see, what we hear, what we eat, how we move, the environments we spend time in, all of these things either create more balance in the nervous system or more overwhelm. So, today I want to talk about creating your own version of a dopamine menu for midlife. And the important thing here is that this is personal to you. What nourishes one person may not nourish another. And the goal isn't perfection, the goal here is awareness. So let's start with something simple. What activities leave you feeling calmer, lighter, or more connected afterward? Not distracted in the moment, but genuinely better afterward because there's a difference. For example, scrolling social media, we're all guilty of doing this, for an hour might feel stimulating temporarily, but afterward, many people feel more drained. Whereas something like sitting outside in the sun, listening to calming music, taking a short walk, reading a few pages of a book, or talking with a friend may actually help regulate your nervous system. And one thing I encourage women to think about is creating categories. So, for example, Category is quick reset practices, and these are things that you can do in 5 minutes or less. And that might include stepping outside for fresh air, making a warm cup of your favorite herbal tea, taking a few deep breaths, and like I said before, belly breaths, not chest breaths, stretching your body, listening to a favorite song. These small moments matter more than we think. And then maybe you have a category for comfort and calm, things that help your body feel safe and grounded. And these might be cozy blankets, warm baths, essential oils, gentle yoga poses, journaling, or massage and body work. And that's what I specialize in. In Ayurveda, warmth and routine are incredibly calming for the nervous system, especially during midlife when the vata or air, ether, space energy often becomes more elevated. Another category might be joy and creativity, and this is a big one because many women stop engaging in creativity unless it's tied to productivity. But creativity is deeply regulating for the nervous system. Things like gardening, I love to do that. I never thought I would, but I've found that as a new passion of mine. Painting, baking, I love doing that too. Music, dancing in your kitchen, arranging flowers, or cooking slowly and enjoying that. You're making something nourishing for your body and your family to eat instead of rushing around. And these things aren't frivolous, they're nourishment. And then we have connection. One of the biggest nervous system regulators is healthy connection, and not surface level interaction, but true connection. And this might look like having coffee with a friend and not looking at your phone, sitting outside with your spouse and having a deep conversation, attending a yoga class, joining a community, spending intentional time with your kids. And we are not meant to do life completely isolated. And I want to talk about something important here. A dopamine menu isn't about avoiding hard things. It's not about trying to feel happy all the time because you can't. It's about intentionally creating more moments of nourishment in a world that often keeps us overstimulated and depleted. And honestly, many women have forgotten what they even enjoy anymore. Not because something's wrong, but because they've spent so much time caring for everyone else, they seem to be lost in that. So if you're listening today and thinking, I don't even know what I enjoy anymore, start small. Ask yourself, what makes me feel calm? What helps me feel more like myself? What activities leave me feeling better afterward? Your nervous system often gives you clues. And from an Ayurvedic perspective, this is deeply important because healing isn't only about food or supplements, it's also about joy, rest, sensory nourishment, connection, creativity, and rhythm. And all of these things affect the nervous system. And the nervous system affects everything else: your sleep, your hormones, your digestion, your mood, your energy. So this week, I want to encourage you to create your own simple dopamine menu. Just list a few things that genuinely help you feel supported. Maybe start having warm tea in the morning. Maybe read a book before bed instead of looking at your phone or tablet. Take a walk outside after you eat your lunch. Listening to music while you cook dinner. Just tiny things, but repeated consistently, these small moments can begin shifting how you feel. Because wellness isn't about doing more, sometimes it's about reconnecting to what nourishes you in the first place. So, thank you for spending this time with me today and being part of Thrive Over 40. Take good care of yourself, slow down when you can, and remember, joy is not something you earn after burnout, it's something your nervous system needs along the way. So, until next time, take gentle, meaningful care of yourself. Before you go, I want to remind you that lasting wellness in midlife doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from small, supportive shifts that help you feel more like yourself again. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start creating sustainable wellness habits that support your energy, hormones, nervous system, and overall well being, I'd love to invite you into my Reclaim Your Radiance Foundation's journey. Inside, we focus on simple, realistic practices for busy women over 40 through weekly guidance, supportive habits, and one on one mentoring designed to help you feel more grounded, nourished, and radiant from the inside out. You can find all the details in the show notes. And if this episode spoke to you, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another woman who needs this reminder too. Until next time, keep choosing yourself in the small moments because those small shifts truly add up.